Good evening, members of the Montgomery County School Board. I would like to take this time to thank you for the opportunity to present this plan and hope that we can work together to continue to innovate in our schools to the service of our students. So this DTTP, or District Technology Training Plan, consists of a comprehensive technology initiative for the school district that focuses everyone on the same goals and gets everyone on the same page in terms of technology use. It includes, as one of its key elements, a fully funded and supported professional development program to ensure the effectiveness of the initiative, which then leads to better technology use in the classroom and increased student achievement and more preparedness in terms of being 21st century citizens and being college and career ready. Here's an outline of the presentation that we are going to go through. As you can see, we're going to focus on the need, the pedagogy, the content, and the funding. The need takes a look at staff use of technology, the current state of technology, and a needs analysis breakdown based on a survey provided to staff in the district. Currently, technology is readily available throughout our school district in a variety of forms. This includes Wi-Fi, smart boards, Prometheans, Google Chromebooks, access to Google G Suite, and apps for education, etc. All schools are rotated on a 4-year upgrade cycle for hardware in the building. This includes desktops, printers, and things of that nature, while other things like Chromebooks and smartboards are updated on an as-needed basis. Currently, the biggest issue in the district is that technology is underutilized due to lack of proper training. Teachers just do not feel comfortable moving from the ways of the past to the ways of the future, and because of the lack of training, our students are suffering. After looking at the needs analysis that was provided to staff, as you can see, 16 out of 22 staff members responded to the survey. Overall, it was a positive survey with how the school district operates. However, I would note that only 18.8% of the respondents felt that technology training and implementation are very good or excellent in our school district. Many are satisfied, but that doesn't mean that we are excelling in this area. In addition, it's worth noting that staff are very interested in continuing their training with Google-based products in some form or fashion. I think this is an area we should focus on moving forward, since it is readily available both in and outside of the building, while some other technology tools are limited to school-based computers and networks. The key challenges that are facing this program are many, but they are not unable to be taken on. Our district currently lacks a cohesive top-down strategy for technology that's long-term. We have a variety of initiatives, but most initiatives don't last more than 1 year, which leads to the next point, that the training that we do often feels useless or wasted because staff do not trust that those technologies will continue to be supported moving forward. In addition, due to budget cuts, funding is tight. And Montgomery County Public Schools needs to update its acceptable use policy for both staff and students to be more uniform and easy to understand. Let's take a minute so that you can reflect on what we just discussed, develop any questions or comments, and we'll have a brief discussion period. Moving on to Section 2, this focuses on the purpose of the program, the goals, and the standards. Basically, the pedagogy behind the plan. As you can see, the purpose is focused on improving the classroom relationship with Google and making teachers more comfortable using Google to truly modify their teaching in meaningful ways. By the end of the training program, all staff should be prepared to produce lessons that focus on modification and reinvention rather than substitution and augmentation. They should be able to allow students to truly explore what they've learned in their own ways with new and exciting opportunities that were not possible prior to these technological innovations. And everyone should be able to use Google services that are provided by the school as the tools that they are to improve student achievement in new and surprising ways in many cases. We're going to make sure that this program maintains alignment with a variety of different authorities on education, from the technology standards that are at the national level to the Maryland and MCPS standards that focus on improving education in our own system. Using these standards, we can ensure that our program is aligned with the current best practices. Again, please take a moment to reflect, develop questions, come up with comments, and we can continue the discussion. The third section tonight is focused on the content of the professional development plan. As you can see here, it consists of in-person and online training modules, as well as surveys after each workshop and after the completed workshop for the overall experience. The program content overall is going to focus on all aspects of Google integration in the classroom, from their education apps to G Suite to extensions that you can use to supplement the use of Google apps in the classroom. Many teachers don't even know what all extensions are available to them to make the Google experience even better. From something like Flubaroo for creating data charts in Google Sheets to adding EasyBib to Google Docs to make citations easier for students. The possibilities are truly endless, and we need to work together in these modules to explore them to their fullest extent. The program is going to be broken up over 5 days with instructor-led and self-led sessions, as well as work time with PLCs and cohorts to create materials that will be used in the classroom moving forward. By the end of the last day, all participants will present created materials to their to their colleagues to demonstrate what they have been able to do with this training that they can actually put into action in the classroom. And then we will take surveys on the individual and overall experience to see where the program design can improve to better serve the teachers. As stated, any teacher will tell you that program follow-up is absolutely essential. You need to get that feedback after the fact to really reflect on what you were able to achieve and how you can improve. To that end, we will have a team that does classroom observations and gives feedback to teachers and takes notes to improve our training. We will provide a variety of surveys and break down those surveys into the data to improve our plan. We will offer continued refresher trainings throughout the school year and in follow-up years to make sure that teachers are always at the forefront. And then we will develop advanced courses moving forward that go further in depth for professionals that choose to follow that path and get even more expertise in specific areas. Afterwards, we will also want to look at the student data and student growth to see if this is helping in terms of the achievement gap, in terms of access to technology, We really want to focus on making sure that we are seeing the gains at the student level to ensure that our program is being effective. Please take a moment, process all of that information, and if you have any questions or comments, I will take them now, and we can continue this discussion as well. And finally, to wrap things up, at the end of the day, it comes down to one thing. Where's the money coming from? Who's paying for this, and how are we going to make it work? As you can see, here's a brief outline of the expected budget of the program. The program director will be making roughly $100,000. This is any administrator level position will need to be paid as such in order to be effective. Below the director, we will have instructors and developers, estimated 5 total full-time. These members will also be doing the on-site observations and breaking down the data and reimagining the program after receiving that feedback. This is a rough estimate of about $71,000 each. That brings the total annual budget for the program to roughly $460,000. However, due to the contract and the breakdown of required trainings, the participant expenses would be minimal, if not zero. As you know, the contract right now requires 2 salary day trainings throughout the summer, and if we are able to devote full training days to these, I think the program can be completed in a shorter time period while providing for in-school professional development trainings to make up the difference. Right now, as it stands, there are roughly 25,000 teachers in Montgomery County, and all 25,000 of them should be able to receive this training for $0. In total, the annual cost for this program to maintain it year to year would be that $460,000. Finally, reflect on the budgeting section and the presentation overall. What are your questions? What are your comments? What are your concerns? Now is the opportunity to probe and question and put my feet to the fire to see if this can stand up to your line of questioning. Thank you all for your time. I've appreciated the opportunity, and I hope that you are willing to consider implementing this for the sake of not only our teachers and our schools, but for our students, to help them be better prepared for colleges, careers, and being 21st century citizens.